Hi guys, it's Patty with Patty's Paper Design. And this is my third video for today. My second video, I didn't turn on the camera. How silly is that? So, all is not lost. I will show you what we've done. Okay, so what we did was you were in the part for when we started putting on our button things. Where are they? They're in here somewhere. There's one. Did I miss one? Yeah, I missed one. Okay, so we put 3 of these on. There's one there, and one there. So I'm going to make 3 more of those. And then it'll be fine. I can do that. That's not a problem. So I also, in the video that didn't record, I started adding ribbons to the lace pages. So I've got this ribbon. I'm going to decorate that a little bit more. I don't know if I'm going to do that right now or not. I might. I'm not quite sure. And then I have this ribbon that I added, and I put these 3 flowers on. I put these ribbons on the lace because this tape this double-sided tape I used the sticky was coming through the lace. I didn't like that. And then this is the next one. I put 3 of these flowers on this one. And then here's this one. This is the centerfold. So I had this little, this is supposed to be roses, but they don't look nearly as good as the roses of I have pink ones like this, only they look a lot better. They look more like roses. And then I've got those on that side. This is the center. And then I have this on this one. And I have that on that one. And I have that on that one. And I have these buttons here that I'm thinking I might use. I'm thinking I might put these buttons, and I've got some, where did I put it? Maybe I didn't bring it out here. I've got some white ribbon that I might use. If I don't want to, I'm going to either use white or the red here to weave it into this button. Might weave it into the button and then attach the ribbon here, weave it through the button, and then attach it down here. I'm going to check and see how that looks. I might do that, I might not. So I got 2 pages like this that I might do that too. Then I added this fabric flip, which I think I really like this fabric flip. I mean, it's not got a whole lot of fabric on it, but I really like it. It's got this little ribbon that I made, and it's got a piece of lace, and it's got this little flower. It's got this piece of lace. This is not lace, that's ribbon. That red is ribbon. You knew that though. And then it's got that lace. I think that's really pretty. And then there's room for journaling right there. So we did that, and that's really it. We didn't do anything else. Although I did tell you all about Santa Fe, and so let me tell you again about Santa Fe since you missed it all. The most exciting thing I want to tell you about is when I was at the Denver airport. I know I told you about all the flight delays and everything in the first video. Well, when I was in the Denver airport on June 28th going to Albuquerque, Gail Augustinelli was also in the Denver airport going back home from her visit with her family. And we both were traveling United on the 28th in Denver airport. And I mean, I don't know if I passed her or not. I wasn't especially looking for Gail, but I could have, I suppose. Quite possible that I could have passed her while I was there and not even have known it. So I thought that was kind of neat to know. Something's up. Oh, I know, it's this paper here. Everything else is okay. Okay, so it's starting to get chunky, and we really don't have a whole lot in there other than the ribbons. But that's how I want it to be. Okay, so now what was our next thing we were going to do? The next thing we were going to do is, where's my paper here? We are going to, see, I think this is 4 inches wide, or close to it. I'm not sure which side I want to use though. I'll get that figured out shortly. I'm going to cut this. That's not the right one. Got to cut this. So, got to cut this at 4 inches. Oh, come on. Don't give me troubles. There we go. Okay. Oh, you know what? I don't like this one. This is not my favorite one. I like the other one better. Let me get it. This is the one I like. Okay. So now, I want to cut this on the diagonal because let me make sure it's actually 4 inches square. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to cut this on the diagonal because I'm going to make a corner tuck. Alrighty. Now, I have these things that I made earlier, these little snippets that I want to use. So, What do you think? This one here is hanging off a little more than I'd like. Maybe I ought to put them on pockets. I don't know. Don't know. Let me look in here and see. So, I don't know. Exactly where I want to put this. I don't think I want to put it there. I don't want to cover up my lady. I don't want anything on the center. Unless I just paper clip it. Which I think I am probably going to paper clip something. But I don't want to put that there. So maybe I'll put this here. Still trying to figure out if that's really what I want to put there. I could have that up more that way. And put that down more this way. That might be all right. I'm not opposed to that idea at all. Well, you can't see it. What do you think? Tell me in the comments what you think about putting this corner tuck up a little ways so I can fit this snippet here. Originally I was thinking I would put them on pockets, but then I thought, well, maybe they'd be the perfect size for a corner tuck. And now I'm not thinking so. I'm thinking I need a bigger pocket. Because even if I make it well, I could do it like this. I could do it like that kind of a size. Then there would be enough room for that. But it's already cut off half of it. I don't have a big enough piece. Let me see, I got some more paper over here. I can use that someplace else if I want. I've got this, or I have this. Okay, well, I'm going to think about that for a while. Thought I had it all planned, but I don't. Okay, I want your opinion on something, if you wouldn't mind. I need you to give me a little bit of your wisdom. Let me show you what I have. I have this bag. I found this in my basement. In a bunch of I got several boxes of papers and different things, pictures and different stuff down there. So I found this bag, and I think this bag would really go good with this album if it were to be, say, you know, on top of something like this. You know, it'd be kind of like vellum in a way. But it's got, I don't know if you can tell, it's got all these wrinkles and pokey places on it. So what I was thinking, and I might not be thinking right, so that's where I need your opinion. If you would please put comments down here, I would appreciate it. I was thinking I could sandwich, you know, cut out maybe this portion here, sandwich it in between two pieces of wax paper and iron it. You know, not on real hot heat, because then it would definitely melt, but on like a low heat to maybe warm it up enough to where these wrinkles might come out, but it wouldn't stick to anything, because wax paper, it won't stick to, I don't think. So tell me what you think, if you think that might work. Because I think I'm going to try it. But I'd still like to hear what you have to say before I do. So that's where I need your help. I really appreciate it. And then, now I'm kind of stuck. Although I do have something else we can do besides this. I'll go ahead and put this up for now. Because even though I had all those swirling ideas in my head earlier, my head's getting tired now. And since this idea didn't seem to work out quite right, I don't know what I'm going to do next. All my ideas seem to have left my head. Okay, so but what I want to do is, I got to find my papers. I had them right here earlier. Where'd they go? I think they're over here. Yeah, here they are. I got this, and I have, not that one, I have another one. Where'd it go? Is it the one that's inside here that keeps getting in my way? Did I take that one out? Well, I did have a paper. I don't see it though. I'm going to make a little booklet. I had a specific piece that I was going to use. What did I do with it? I had everything cleaned up off my desk when I started earlier today, and now I have piles of everything everywhere. Huh. I seem to have lost it. This is nuts. Nuts. It was just right there in my in my book, in my signature. It was a sheet this size, but it wasn't this sheet. I don't think. No, it wasn't, because I had been folding it a little bit. Oh, here it is, I think. Yeah, this is it. Okay. We're back in business now. Okay, so I want to turn this into a booklet. And to do that, I pretty much decided that if I cut these sheets, let's see, how many do I need? All right, this one I want to be the cover sheet. And I think I determined that if I cut them in half, that'll give me enough room on the edge to where let me see here. This is what I want to see. If I cut them in half and fold them like this, and I fold this like this, then that's going to give me that much paper. I think that'd be good. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's what we're doing. That's our next project. That is our next project. Okay, so let me tell you some other things that I told you in the video that I didn't record. I told you all about my trip to Santa Fe on the Rail Runner. And I had a really good time. But I don't think I'll ever do anything like that again, at least not by myself, because it really wore me out. There was a lot more walking involved than I realized. And I just, frankly, I couldn't do all the walking that I needed to do and get where I needed to go in the time that I needed to get there in. So, I stopped at 3 different restaurants while I was in Santa Fe. That was my main activity, stopping at restaurants. The first restaurant I stopped at was about 2 blocks after I got off the train. And I stopped there kind of to get directions, but I also needed to rest. And so I got what do they call those things? I got a darn it. I always have problems with the name of this drink. It's lemonade and tea. I can't think of what it's called right now. But I like those really well, because a lot of places don't have very good tea. I mean, even if it's sweet, it's not very good. And I don't even like sweet tea. So I always get this drink with the lemonade and the tea. And then it's sweet enough, and if the tea's not very good, you can't really tell it because of the lemonade. I wonder if I can use this one. Maybe I can. So, and then I was able to find a bus. I got a bus after I walked probably another 2 blocks. And the bus took me to the plaza, or almost to the plaza. And then, it just doesn't feel like it's right. Then after I got to the plaza, they dropped me off about 2 blocks away from the plaza, actually. After I got to the plaza, then I stopped at another restaurant, and it was something cafe, Plaza Cafe or something like that. I feel like these aren't lining up. Which could be. They aren't lining up. And I had, at that place I had, oh, at the first place I had a frito pie. Now I don't know if you know what a frito pie is, but I'll tell you how they make them at this place. This place was called Cowgirls. And it had pictures of famous cowgirls from the West, the Old West, on the walls. And so the frito pie was a bag of Fritos opened up and put in a bowl with the bag on the bottom. And the Fritos were covered with brisket chili, and that was covered with oh, I didn't cut that out actually in half. That's not very good. Oh well, we'll fix it. The brisket chili was covered with cheese, onion, sour cream, and cheese, onion, sour cream, and jalapeno peppers. So I ate that, and that was very good. And then I caught the bus, took it to the plaza, looked at the plaza for a little bit. It was kind of hot, and I really needed to sit down because I've got arthritis in my hips, and I can't stand for a real long period of time. If I'm walking, I'm okay, but I can't walk very far because of my breathing. So anyway, and there were benches, but they were all being used, so that wasn't helpful. That's why I went to the next cafe, the Plaza Cafe or whatever it was called, and I had nachos with 3 different sauces, dipping sauces. I had guacamole, and I had green chili queso, however you pronounce it. And I had another sauce that was sort of like a just a regular salsa. Only I didn't particularly care for it. I mean, it wasn't too hot. I just didn't care for the flavor. I guess it was the peppers that it was made out of, because I didn't particularly care for the red pepper stuff that I ate there in New Mexico. And it wasn't because it was hot. It was because it just had an odd flavor, I thought. So anyway, then I went to the Haagen-Dazs ice cream place and waited for my Uber that was supposed to get to me in time to get me to the train. Well, he didn't get to me in time to get me to the train. By the time he got me to the train was just pulling away from the station. Unfortunately, there was another place that I could sit and eat and drink the lemonade and tea. Arnold Palmer, that's what it's called. And I waited for another 2 hours for the train that left the station at 8:14. And that was okay. Except for that place. That place's name was Tomasito's, which Tomasito's was a fine place to be, except for it was really loud. And they had a 40-minute wait time. So I ended up at the bar, seated at the bar. And that was okay too, but because the whole building was noisy, it wasn't just the bar, the whole building. You could hardly walk through there because there were so many people waiting for a seat. Why am I having such trouble here? But I got home. Okay, and it was good. Then another place I ate was called My Mom's. I gotta check the video. I think we have 9 minutes before it's going to shut off. So I'm going to hurry up and tell you this story. It was called My Mom's, and it was just a little family-owned place. It was inside of like a municipal building, and it was just the cutest little place. And there were, it looked like the mom, they had their names. It looked like the mom's name was in the center on the wall. And then there were four other names on either side of mom. And it was the kind of place where you ordered at the counter and you had to bus your own tables. But gosh, the food was really good. And what I had there was, I had carnitas hash, and it had carnitas. I think that's pork, but I'm not sure. Any of you people of Hispanic origin may know, or well, probably do know, and I'm not even sure that I'm pronouncing that correctly, so you can correct me if you will. And it had green and red chilies on the. I had them put it on the side because this was my first time for eating there, and I wasn't sure if it would be too hot. Well, neither one of them were too hot, I didn't think, but I liked the green chilies better. So it had the carnitas on top of freshly made potato chips, and then it had the carnitas on top of that. Then on top of that was grilled onions and red and yellow peppers, sweet peppers. And then on top of that were 2 eggs over easy. And then on top of that was cheese. And then on top of that was queso, green chili queso. And then it had the green chilies, or the red chilies and the green chilies on the side. Gosh, that was so good. And it was served with grilled sourdough bread, and it was just really yummy. So I was hooked after that. After that first meal, I thought I gotta eat all the Mexican I can while I'm down here, because it was just really great stuff. So anyhow, this is how this is going to be. This is going to be inside this little folder like so. And then I'm going to decorate it up somehow. I'm going to put, let's see, I'm going to put this on top down here. I'm going to have to do this very quickly because I accidentally sliced this entire pad, this entire 6x6 pad that I had. I accidentally cut it right there, so I have to repair it. So I'm going to put this on there. So I would put that right there. So I'll do that very quickly like. And then I'm going to sew that little signature in. And then I'm going to stick this in a pocket or something. And I think that will work out just fine. So, now please let me know what you think about that piece of plastic bag I showed you. I really would like to know what you think about that, and if my idea sounds like it will work or not. I think it will, but I'd like to have your opinions on that. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, and give me, and comment and hit the thumbs up button. All these things help. I'm a new YouTuber, and I'm just learning, but I'm also I'm also disabled, and I work part-time, and mostly I want to do this to keep myself busy, but at the same time, at some point I may be able to make a little income, and that would be helpful. But, you know, that's not the main goal. The main goal actually is to have fun, being creative, interacting with you, my viewers, and I'd like to be able to bring some, you know, I know a lot of people that watch crafting videos are people who are like me. You know, they might be disabled, they might live alone, you know, that kind of stuff. And so to take up their time, they watch YouTube crafting videos. And I would like to be able to just bring a little bit of happiness and camaraderie and that kind of thing into people's lives. Before I got sick, I mean, I'm a registered nurse, and I've always taken care of people in some way, shape, or form. I've always been involved in ministry, helping people. And since I myself am sick, I can't really do much helping people anymore. So I feel like I've been called to this as a ministry. So anyhow, that's my story. And I'm gonna go ahead and get off here before the silly video shuts off on its own, because it's been doing that again. But this is gonna go in here like this. This is gonna be the cover page. I gotta cut it out because this is upside down compared to this. So I'm gonna cut this out. This will be the cover page. This will go inside here like this. I gotta cut it, obviously. Then I'm going to sew it in. I may put a pocket on the back. I may even put a pocket in the front. And I'll decorate this up a little bit. And we'll do that in the next video, maybe. And then I've got some other things that I need to get done in the next video. So, all these ideas that are going through my head, I hope I don't forget them before morning time. Because it's about, what time is it? I think it's about midnight. It's 11:49. I think our time is up. So I'm going to get off here, and I'll see you guys. You have a good rest of your day, whatever time of the day it is. And I'll just see you in my next video. Bye-bye, guys. Talk to you later.